A bargain basement colt dominated the winter races until Temperate Sill came to life and beat him soundly in the Santa Anita Derby. Out in Arkansas, one colt stands out. Demon's Begone has buried his opposition, but he gets a sterner test later today in the Arkansas Derby. We witnessed a rather confusing scene in Florida. Talonum came from out of the west to take the Flamingo, but Crypto Clearance fired back in the Florida Derby. Both now await the big Derby in Kentucky. And today, we're in New York for the Wood Memorial. Capote was last year's 2-year-old champion, but he didn't race this season until 2 weeks ago. Here at Aqueduct, he dueled with Gone West through very fast early fractions, but tired in the sloppy going and faded to fourth at the finish. Today in the Wood, Capote faces Gone West again, along with Gulch, a star last season just rounding into form this year. The weather, as it was in the Gotham, is not pleasant today. It's warm enough, but heavy rain fell here all day yesterday. Will it be a repeat of the Gotham or a different story today? And will we, at last, find that big clue to the Derby puzzle?
Well, here we are, 2 weeks before the Kentucky Derby, and we still don't have a favorite for the Run for the Roses. However, today is a kind of a super Saturday, final primary, you might say, for the candidates before the big race in Kentucky. There are 4 important races around the country. There's one in New Jersey going off very shortly, another one in Arkansas, one in California, but we think the most significant one of the day will be right here in the Wood Memorial, because we have at least 3 and 4 possible winners of the Kentucky Derby. Here are the specifics of today's race. First money, almost $600,000. The distance, 1 1/8 miles. That's just a furlong shorter than the Kentucky Derby. Very significant, the track condition. It is muddy today, and that could affect the result. Up in the jockey's room, the man taking care of the colors, and a short time ago he gave them to the jockeys for the big race, Louis Ola. Let's take a look at the odds in this race. Gulch being held at 4-1. KC's Best Turn at 12-1. Chocolate One at 3-1. Moving along, we have Pleasant Variety at 39-1. A long shot. Capote being held at 7-5. Battleman was scratched. Again, Battleman was scratched. Will not run today. He doesn't run in the muddy track. The Marine Command long shot at 37-1. Gone West at 3-1, the recent winner of the Gotham. And Mixed Emotions at 75-1. Those are the bare bones of the facts of this race as far as the horses are concerned. However, as always in horse racing, there are many human beings involved, too. For a little more on the human side of it, here's our colleague Dave Johnson.
Well, Jim, the horses will do the running, and the jockeys will try and find the best path home. But the trainers of our leading contenders, all of whom have tried various routes to Churchill Downs, have chosen the Wood Memorial. And one big reason might be that the colts all carry that Derby weight of 126 pounds today.
Trainer D. Wayne Lukas is looking for his first Kentucky Derby winner, and he expects to get it with Capote 2 weeks from today. Capote was the 2-year-old champ, largely on this victory in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile last November. But the questions remain. Capote has had only 1 start this year, and he was soundly beaten by several in today's field. Still, Lukas is confident that the Capote we see here is the one who will reassert himself today and bring Lukas his first long-cherished Derby win. Hall of Famer Woody Stevens and New York native Frank LaBocetta have both scored Wood Memorial victories on the way to the Kentucky Derby. Gone West, trained by Stevens, had the lead through sizzling early fractions in the Gotham, but the LaBocetta-trained Chocolate One was coming on fastest near the wire. Gone West had dueled Capote into defeat, and Chocolate One was making only his 3rd start of the year. So both of these colts have the right to keep improving, and we know they relish the off-going. Leroy Jolly has taken the Run for the Roses twice, and both of his winners use this race, the Wood Memorial, as their final stepping stone. Today, Jolly sends out Gulch, New York's best 2-year-old for much of last year. Jolly has changed Gulch's running style at 3. He now comes from off the pace, as he did here in the Bayshore Stakes, coming up the rail with jockey Jose Santos to snatch the victory. Jim?
There is D. Wayne Lukas. This is a live shot, the trainer of Capote. That man has 5 horses running today in the 4 big races around the country, at least 1 horse in every one of them. A big day for Capote himself, the 2-year-old champion. Is he the real thing? Well, he tired in the stretch in his first and only race this year, 2 weeks ago, remember, in the Gotham State. Today could be his day. Let's move now, however, for another opinion on this race to our other ABC Sports colleague on all the races this spring and summer, Charles E. Candy. What do you think about this one?
Well, Jim, as you said, it really is a virtual rematch of the Gotham team. The top 4 finishers running again over an off-track, but there's several really important differences. The Gotham was at 1 mile, which here at Aqueduct means racing around only 1 turn, and they've got to sprint every foot of the way, and that's tough. Today it's 1 1/8 miles around 2 turns, so it sets up more as a distance race. And the biggest factor might be the weight. They all carry 126. Gone West and Chocolate One are picking up 12 pounds from the Gotham. And Capote and Gulch rather are picking up only.
Remember, if anybody wins the Triple Crown this year, they'll win $5 million for the first time. Here are the odds. A last-minute look at them. Gulch at 7-2. KC's Best Turn 13-1. Chocolate One at 3-1. A little better odds than Gulch, as a matter of fact. Pleasant Variety at 44-1. Capote, the favorite, at 7-5. Battle Man has been scratched, as we said. He does not run on an off track. And the rest of the field, Marine Command at 39-1. Gone West at 3-1. That's equal to Chocolate One. And Mixed Emotions at 85-1. Jerry Bailey, the rider, on him. Here is Gone West, Charlesy. Woody Stevens' horse.
He had all that speed in the Gotham last time out, but today Woody has said he can't afford to let him get away, to let Capote get away. He's going to keep Gone West in striking range, and he feels really good about his chances, as he told us earlier.
I think so. He's coming to it a real seasoned, fit colt. He looks wonderful. He handles the track well, and I love his post position, so I expect a big effort from him.
How do you expect the added distance to affect him?
I don't think it'll bother him at all, because any horse can stand the pace he stood his last start in the Gotham, and 8 and 5, the first 3 quarters, to hold on to win. That's big.
Moving in there is the jockey on Gone West. That is jockey Robbie Davis. As they begin to move into the starting gate. Always somebody doesn't want to go in, isn't there? That is number 2, KC's Best Turn. Already in is Gulch in the Kelly Green set of owner Peter Brandt.
KC's Best Turn is a lightly raised colt. He's never run in a stake before. He's a great big immature gangly colt trained by Sally Bailey, and maybe he's a little nervous about his first sixth attempt here.
Okay, never nervous, but poised at the top of the grandstand is our man for the call of the race, Dave Johnson.
Chocolate One, the son of Air Forbes One, who took this race in '82, is moving in. Capote, quite well behaved with Angel Cordero Jr. this afternoon. And here is Pleasant Variety, a son of Pleasant Colony, who won this race in '81, trained by John Campbell, as was the sire. Battleman is scratched. Marine Command in. Here is Gone West, the 8-horse with Robbie Davis, a $1.9 million yearling, and Jerry Bailey guides Mixed Emotion in the line. We're set for the start of the Wood Memorial 1987. All in line. Frank Calvarese directing traffic. And they're off. Gulch comes away quickly towards the inside. And there goes Capote out in the middle of the racetrack. Chocolate One is right there between horses third. Mixed Emotions 4 wide on the first turn, followed by Gone West. Then Pleasant Variety. Marine Command saves ground along the inside. And 3.5 back to the trailer. KC's Best Turn. It's Capote on the lead, racing away from the rail, in front by 2. On the inside, Chocolate One, second by a head. Mixed Emotions third. There goes Gone West, moving on the outside. He was not up front early, but he is 4th on the outside, 2.5 off the leader as they straighten away for the run down the backstretch. First quarter, 23 and 3 on the muddy track. Capote and Cordero in front by 1, with Chocolate One in second by a length and a quarter. Gone West bides time in third. 4 lengths farther back. Here comes Gulch, squeezing through along the inside. Marine Command on the outside. The long shot is 5th as Mixed Emotions drops back into 6th. Then Pleasant Variety, and KC's Best Turn remains the trailer. Around the far turn they go, and it's still Capote. He's the one to catch. He's in front 3 parts of a length. Chocolate One, closer than usual, is right there in second, and Gone West is third. Gulch saving ground along the inside 4th, and Marine Command with a big move is right there 5th as the field moves past the quarter pole. Capote, the front runner. Here's Gone West on the outside. Here's Gulch at the rail. 3 of them across the track, and down the stretch they come. Gone West with Robbie Davis, trained by Woody Stevens, takes it by 1. But here comes Gulch on the outside with a late move. Capote is finished. He's third and dropping back. 70 yards to go. Gulch with the late move on the outside. Gone West hanging down. Oh, too tight to call. What a finish, and this is the 63rd running of the Wood as Gulch was up in the final stride. Gone West holding tight along the inside. It was too tight to call. It was a great finish, though. Gulch and Gone West in a photo.
A tremendous finish by Gulch with jockey Jose Santos aboard. We talked about Santos in Florida, who has moved up the last couple of years to become one of the outstanding jockeys in the country. No question, he gave Gulch a perfect ride today. Remember, that'll be a photo, very unofficial, but it looked like Gulch to us.
It looks as though Gulch has learned his lessons well. Leroy Jolly has been trying to teach him to relax, to come from off the pace, and today he passed his exams with flying colors. He laid back off those early fractions set by the three other top favorites, and he was the only one straggling back, and when he made his move, he managed to wear down Gone West through the stretch and win by a nose for his first victory beyond 7/8 of a mile.
Okay, let's have another look at the stretch run.
And at this point, Gone West has taken over the lead from Capote, who fades there, and he's already back in third. Gone West looks as though he's gone, but don't give up on Gulch. There he is, second now in the green silks of Peter Brandt, wearing the green shadow roll, and he is coming on. Gulch.
Two sons of the remarkable sire, Mr. Prospector, dueling it out for the Wood Memorial. Quite a testimonial to that sire.
Certainly is. And look at Jose Santos. He knows he's going to catch him. It's just a matter of has he got the final few inches. He's going to need that real estate, and he gets it stride by stride. He inches up.
Here they come.
Leroy Jolly may not be complaining too much about the off-track today. There it is. Now it is official.
1, 8, and 3. That would be, it's not official, unofficial. That would be Gulch number 1, Gone West number 3, and Chocolate 1 number 3, followed by Capote number 5. Now the question is, what does this mean for Capote?
I would certainly say that would be the end of Capote's Kentucky Derby aspirations this year. He obviously is not the same colt he was last year. Frankly, he looked very light in the paddock. He's not carrying much weight, and maybe he just needs to wait a little bit longer and have some more time. He seems to be coming back all right there. He tried to carry his speed, but he wasn't able to get it beyond the lower turn there. Maybe the off-track is not to his liking.
Well, that's one factor we still have to consider. It was a muddy track, a sloppy track 2 weeks ago, but then it may be a muddy or sloppy track in the Kentucky Derby, too. Another look at the finish, which, as we say, is unofficial, but they have put the numbers up. Gulch as the unofficial winner, Gone West second, Chocolate 1 third, and there he is, as we said, with jockey Jose Santos, owned by Peter Brandt of Connecticut, trained by Leroy Jolly, who has already sent out 2 winners of the Kentucky Derby. It will be official very shortly here, and when it is official, we'll be on the rail, I think.
Jim, he's on the rail here. He was number 1 post position, and Jose elected to stay in on the rail all the way with the slop, figuring that the water kind of draining to the inside kept it a little looser in there.
Not in the picture right now.
And he stays right on top of the rail. He gets in, he makes the lead here inside of Capote and Gone West. And then Gone West, after he clears Capote, comes over pretty sharply. And Jose has to come out around him here just about the 8th hole.
Do you think he could make it?
It looked like it was going to be a tough struggle, and it was.
Looks like Gone West almost has it here.
Yeah, they're almost to the 16th pole, and he's about, he's pretty good ways in front. But this horse really kept his head down and kept running today.
Look at the ride by Jose Santos. Talk about perfect timing.
Well, he's been winning all these races by heads and necks and noses, and he has been the difference in many races this winter.
Well, now there's a big question as he comes to the wire with that narrow victory over Gone West. Jose Santos, we have heard, has a commitment to ride Crypto Clearance in the Kentucky Derby. What's going to happen here?
I don't know. That's 2 weeks. We'll see what happens then. I was just glad I had him today.
No question about it. Leroy, congratulations to you. We'll see you in Kentucky, and who knows?
Thank you, Jim.
Maybe you'll have your third.
Let's hope.
Leroy Jolly, the trainer of the winner. More boxing, or I mean not more boxing, but boxing still coming up on ABC's Wide World of Sports. That's about the